Slow.
You're live. Paul.
Good morning. Welcome to the Call for Help show. I'm your host, attorney Paul Rebein. With me in the studio, or at least in his car, is my co-host, Malcolm in the middle. How you doing, Malcolm?
Best day of my life. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Where are you? Looks like you're driving somewhere.
I'm in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in
Did
Atlanta.
you go? How's mom doing?
Oh, mom is still got the COVID, man. It's been a month. They said she's gonna have it for a month.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's something that's not going away right away. So, you know, but my mom is really freaked out about it. We tried to push it, like everybody's like, go, go, go. My mom was like, no, no. She's afraid. She's just afraid. They've scared her to death. Basically,
Hmm.
she's scared.
Well, we had a little weather event this weekend or this
Yeah,
week.
I,
It's
I bet.
funny how, looking back last week, we weren't thinking about a storm. We weren't thinking about Ian, and how, uh, you could just wake up and the next day, something big is happening that you weren't even thinking of that, you know, could possibly even kill you,
Absolutely.
destroy everything you have. Thankfully, uh, Tampa Bay avoided the worst of it. Um, send out our prayers to the people in south of us in Fort Myers Beach, Sanibel, Fort Myers. Um, horrific stories of 10 plus feet of storm surge just coming into your house.
Wow. Wow.
A lot of older people, stayed, and ended up drowning,
Wow.
and then you got people who get killed just like putting up something on their window or whatever, fall off the roof or
Yeah.
get into car accidents. So that's our topic for today. Give us a call, 888-247-8712. Tell us your experience with Ian. A lot of people without power.
You
As
know,
soon
some
as you lose power, you realize how much you need it for
right,
everything.
right, how vulnerable we are. We're not. We're just so used to it, man. But Paul, what I take out of that story, like what you said, that it's always an event to wake us up. It's probably about time for us as humans and as a human being to wake up because it's time to wake up. That nothing's promised. We have this wonderful life, but trust me, there are thousands of people that just didn't wake up and never even got it, never even saw a storm. So I think it's almost like we need an event, something to happen to shake us, to make us realize how special this moment is, this ride, this thing we call life. Even though it drives us crazy, I'm one of them. It just the roller coaster is it's a ride, and as long as we can just start to accept it and appreciate how wonderful this is and not let events shake us to the core to realize that you can be gone. That can just happen just
Yes.
anytime. You know what I mean? But it's always an event that shake us and make us, do that. I'm trying to get down there right now, man. I'm gonna go down there and work down there and clean up and do what I can to help. So if anybody
Oh,
listeners out there that knows how to get with someone, I'm leaving here and going straight there to actually go down and help and do what I can and clean up because I know I saw that.
awesome. You will definitely have a lot of people that will need your help. Fort Myers, you know, You head to Fort Myers, you're going to start seeing destruction. The pictures are just coming out now. It's worse. Here in Tampa, it felt like, oh man, we missed it. It's all good. And then you start seeing what it did down there, and it's like, wow, if that had happened here, it's horrible there. But if it had happened here, there's so many more people in those low-lying areas. It would have been horrific. Robin Lockett joined us.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
We lost Robin. Yeah, good morning.
You can hear me?
Can you hear us, Robin? Yes.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
You weathered the storm?
Malcolm.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I was blessed. I didn't lose electricity. My kids are still here. They got stranded, so they couldn't fly out back to California. So they've been here. They're due to leave on Sunday. If the pandemic doesn't give us an awakening, a hurricane, all the stuff that's happening around the world doesn't give us an awakening that these signs are happening, and we have an opportunity to readjust and do the right thing by everything. Nothing else will, except for God Himself coming down and Judgment Day.
For more disasters. You're kind of breaking up there, Robin. You might want to get to a different location. Okay. There's been a lot of issues that people are talking about that relate to the storm. Number one, disparities in people's ability to evacuate. I guess there have been a lot of people online or whatever criticizing people for not evacuating, saying like, oh, why didn't you leave? Like I told you it was coming and you decided to stay. So basically you get what you deserve. But
that's kind of nuts.
Number one, a lot of people are elderly people. It's not easy for them to leave.
Oh.
And where are they going to go? Go sleep in a school gymnasium? It's a lot easier if you have financial resources to just to pack it up and go somewhere else.
There's nothing.
I mean, if you have a lot of resources, you could just get on a plane and be gone.
As soon as you heard about it, boom, gone.
Another issue that I've been reading about is that all of these homes were destroyed, but only about 20% of them actually have flood insurance. So the flood is what destroyed them. Then so the insurance is not going to be paying to rebuild them, number one. Number two, even if they have insurance, it's not going to pay to rebuild them to the standard that they have now. It's going to pay to rebuild them to what they were, which doesn't meet the current code. So that's going to be a problem.
That doesn't make sense. How could you, if you had a house built in 1948 and here we are in 2022, how are you going to rebuild it to the standards of 1948? I mean,
you can't. The point is you can't, because now you got to comply with the new codes that would make it stronger, make it higher off the ground. So a lot of people are just going to lose everything, and they're just going to end up, I guess, selling the land that was underneath their house. And I guess somebody who can afford to build it the way they want you to build it and insure it is going to take that spot if they move there at all. And I guess at a certain point, we got to decide, should we be living this close to the water, or maybe should we pull it back a little bit and let it go back to the way it used to be with mangroves and stuff like that. Although that's never going to happen.
No.
But that's probably would probably be the best thing that could happen from an ecological point of view. But give us a call, 888-247-8712. Tell us about your storm experience. Mine was I wouldn't say uneventful, but like I said, we were sitting here not even thinking about it. On Monday, they started talking about it. By Monday at 2:00, they said we got to evacuate our office and the kids are out of school. So then everybody goes into panic mode, going to Publix and Walmart and buying all this stuff, water, bread, peanut butter. There's no peanut butter, no bread. I had to buy some some kind of funky rolls to make hot dogs with that I'm never even going to eat. And then you go home, you start putting all this stuff away. I spent the whole day, putting patio furniture away, securing everything, putting sandbags down. And then you just sit and wait. We did have some tree limbs down, a bunch of stuff in the yard, which had to be cleaned up, but no damage. Thankfully. Other people in the Tampa Bay Area did get some damage, a lot of people lost power. A lot of people still without power. But like I said, it's worse. The worst was to the south of us. Robin, you back on?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you got going on today, Robin?
We are going to I think it's Gardens at South Bay and also Osborne Landing. Gardens at South Bay didn't have electricity, so we're going out to pulling a grill out there to feed them. And Osborne Landing didn't have electricity, and theirs just got turned back on this morning. So we're pulling a grill out there also to go out and feed them.
You need some funky hot dog buns that I bought at Publix.
It is scarce. It's a moneymaker, and that's the thing, right? Unfortunately, people are going to spend their last to try to be safe. They didn't, I think hurricane preparation should be just like you having an overnight bag that you're keeping in the back of your car, or you should always be prepared, because they get you when it's time that this is possibly going to happen, and it's a moneymaker, because people go out and spend trying to protect themselves, and it is a moneymaker.
Yeah, definitely.
All that distilled water I'm sure taking it back to Walmart, because I would never drink it.
You can't take water back.
I sure am. It's the gallons of water. That's the only thing I had.
But how do they know you didn't put something in it?
It's not open.
I don't know. I guess Walmart will take back anything. But I think people go crazy on the water. We did too. This time I ordered online, although it didn't come until yesterday, some collapsible 5-gallon water jugs that you could just fill up in your house. So at least you don't have to run around trying to buy bottled water. I think people do that. They think that they're going to be without power and stuck in the house for a while, which some people are.
Yeah. Some friends of ours, they don't have power or water. It's been 3 days now that they haven't had power or water down in Fort Myers, I think, area. I'll
tell you who's really hurting. It's these kids that can't play their Xbox. They are hurting bad. They don't know what to do.
They rediscover outside.
They can't go outside if it's got storm damage. I don't think kids go outside much anymore anyway, do they? Everybody's afraid of all the sex offenders walking around. We lost Robin.
Kind of crazy.
You know,
Paul, why can't we do something about these insurance companies? Not isn't it just unethical? Isn't that kind of
now that's funny. That's a funny word to use in relationship to an insurance company.
well, it seems like no one really go after them, really. Like, I mean,
Oh, they do. They do. Mainly in Florida, after a storm, it's for a roof claim. They will pay to replace your roof. And like anything else, you got people who will prey on the system.
yeah.
They had roofing people. Someone I know said people were coming around her neighborhood. Oh, let me check your roof. I'll make a claim on your insurance. We'll get you to get a whole new roof replaced. I mean, that makes the rates go up. Insurance companies are going out of business in Florida. There's fewer and fewer homeowners insurance companies around. Just right before the storm, a couple of more.
Like who? Going out of business?
They're ones you never heard of.
But
That's
exactly.
the thing.
Yeah, but
They're
State
ones you never
Farm's
heard
not
of.
going out of business. Geico's not going out of business.
They don't do, a lot of those don't do homeowners coverage. But that should kind of tell you about how they view things like global warming and climate change and whether there's going to be more storms, because they're getting out of the business. And it's just difficult for insurance companies to face a million claims at one time.
But they have 100 gazillion though, Paul. They've been making the gazillions forever.
Yep. And I'm sure they spin off different companies and hide those profits. And basically, when the time comes around to pay it all, there's no more money left, and they just close the doors.
Yeah.
The federal government is basically the only entity that'll do flood insurance anymore. If you get flood insurance, you got to get it through FEMA because the private market just won't do it.
What is it, extremely high or something?
It's high. And, when something like this happens, it's flood damage. They also have, I didn't check ours, but most people have a high hurricane deductible. And so even if you were to make a claim on your insurance, your deductible that might be, a certain percentage of the value of your house. So if, you got a $300,000 house, and if it's 10%, you might have to pay $30,000 before they do anything, which most people can't do. I don't know if it's that high. I'm just throwing out a percentage. There might be less than that, but
it's still probably somewhere in that range. I can kind of, I would guarantee it's probably somewhere in that range.
It's definitely high. It's a high deductible. So we got problems. We got problems here in Florida and California too. With the wildfires, same thing. Like, it's getting hard to get insurance up there. But it's a mess.
I mean, what's next? They're not going to be able to get tornado insurance in Kansas. It's like, I don't. It doesn't make any sense. Like, of course, it'll be next. Like, well, we can't insure cars anymore because you're having too many car accidents. I mean, eventually that's coming.
Well, I think that's a moneymaker for them. But that's a different story. But it kind of comes back to what we were talking about, Malcolm, that it makes you just stop and think, anything could happen. Life is, and it will eventually. Yeah. Eventually, it does happen.
Yes.
I don't know if you believe in the end of times, or this is some kind of sign of the end of times. I don't.
I don't. I don't. I mean, why is it going away? It's been here forever. I mean, no one. I just don't believe that. When your time is up is when you're out of this body. So your world will end. And people, if you look at it in that aspect, your world is going to end in this body. So
right.
Yes. So maybe they were meaning that. Maybe they were meaning it's coming to an end like that, because it is. It will come to an end, and it's inevitable. It is going to happen. So,
Yes.
you know, I mean, I don't even worry about it, Paul, because I'm not going to know about it. I'm not going to even know about it in this. If tomorrow, if I'm done, only what people are going to know is you and everybody else that's left back to talk about me and say, oh man, he did this or didn't do that or whatever. But, you know, we're not going to know. We're not going to know.
Well, you might know. You might be floating above. Listen.
Well, until I get somebody to tell me they were floating above, or somebody can just give me some type of tip that happened, I'm just going to go with what I've done. My dad died in 74. I haven't seen him anymore. Period. That's just it.
You haven't?
When my dad passed, I never saw him again. I mean, so he didn't come back.
I hope you haven't seen him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I don't, when they saying you're going to come back and float back,
I think,
well, not necessarily float back, but I'm looking forward to having a conversation with my mom, because people do come back to me in my dreams.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think you can.
I believe that. I believe that. I can.
I think their spirit is still around. I don't know. You can definitely still talk to somebody that passed away. It's kind of it might be a one-way conversation.
Yeah, it won't be like we're talking now.
Well, you might get a sense.
So you say.
Well, I mean,
it's a meditation, and it's a mental thing. You have to be in that space. So you say.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to. I would love to speak with my dad. That would be awesome.
Well, I think when you are so familiar with the person and remember all the things that they said and did and everything, that when you are talking to them after they pass, you kind of have a sense of what they would say. But I could also say
there's no logic to it.
That sometimes I think you can feel like a presence.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's a person, a spirit, or what it is, but or you get a sign, you get some kind of confirmation. You know, I guess it would be easy to say that you're just looking for that, but you know, different things happen to different people.
Yeah, I've had some things that happen, but just not to that degree. And I've seen where people have said they've had these moments. They went places and they talked. And so I'm not saying they don't exist. I just haven't experienced it yet. So I'll clarify that. I just haven't experienced it.
Yes.
Yeah, well, let's make a pact. If one of us passes away first,
okay,
what's the signal going to be that if we're the one that passed and we're in the room, what's the signal going to be that it's you or me?
My signal will be that when you go to start your car, I'm gonna shut it off. And if you got to start, I'm gonna shut your car.
You know what?
On its own.
You know what?
What? I want to make sure. I want it to be. You know that was me.
Well, that's not uncommon, though. That's not uncommon. That's not.
So
it's not a ghost-like thing. It's not a ghost-like thing. It is not so they're not gonna pull your shoulders down or say, "Ooh," you know, it's not the ghost-like thing. So
forget about what the movie is. I got you.
It's a spiritual presence that is there.
Okay, Paul, then I won't shut your
car
off.
No, here's what
one of y'all would do that.
Here's what mine's gonna be, Malcolm.
Okay.
If you walk into a room or maybe at a park or whatever, and you see a basketball just rolling up to you,
you know what?
That's good. That's what it's gonna be.
That's pretty good, Paul. That's pretty good. So I
better
start back.
Y'all gonna make me be through with y'all. You really are.
That man crazy.
Hey, well, you got to just set these parameters up front so that you know what it is.
I really like that. I got to think of something was good. Maybe I don't know. Maybe, but put some papers. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I never thought about that, but I like that one with the basketball come rolling up. So
So
wow.
you've never with someone that has passed. I'm assuming you've never sat and just sat in a quiet space and had a conversation with someone that you loved. So I don't
Yes.
think you'd be trying to contact somebody you didn't like.
Right.
But and you feel their presence there while you're
Yeah.
in that space.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Or a sense of peace, you know.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
my grandmother came back to me in my dream. And it's the weirdest thing. I wasn't able to see her face, but she had this gray streak in the center of her head, and that is so weird to me even today. I was at maybe like in the 12th grade, and I didn't know, I didn't understand it, and I told my mom that it happened because she would come back to me in my dream. My aunt has come back to me in my dreams, so yeah. Dolores has come back to me in my dreams.
Yeah.
But how do you know you're not just dreaming about the person?
Because we had it's a different feel. Like Dolores told me, she called me baby girl and told me she was okay. So, and that's what she used to call me.
Isn't it weird that you can be in somebody's dreams even when you're still alive right now? You're out there in somebody's dream doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Say that again.
I said it's weird that you can be in someone's dream and you're still alive here. Like somebody could have dreamed about you last night. And who knows what you're out there doing in their dream.
You know what? That's gonna take me a minute to
that you could be doing anything in somebody else's dream. Like you might be a
someone else is dreaming about me.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what they're dreaming about you doing, you could be doing something that you normally might
not. Okay. I thought he was talking about a death because we were talking about death. So I thought he was talking. I was like, how does that happen? So yeah, no. Yeah, people that yeah, it's weird that you could be in someone else's. They can dream about you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not weird, but you're on their mind, I guess.
One time I kept a journal, and I would write down as soon as I woke up what I dreamt about. The problem was I started waking up all night long. I get up the next day. This book would be full of crazy stuff.
Wow, that's crazy that you can remember.
Only Paul. But see, the key to this, I normally do not dream. I don't unless I don't remember my dreams, but I don't dream.
Right.
I have a dream that this show is over. Wait, I think this is all a dream.
The best
time to wake up, guys. All right, we'll see you next week on the Call for Help show. Bye.
All crazy.
You have great punch.